This is a video you do not want to miss. There's so much news and information in the cryptocurrency space that you need to know about, especially if you're an ETH, DeFi or altcoin investor. There's a massive bullish paradigm shift that's happening and you need to know about it. ETH boons 20% to $737, which is fantastic. BTC surges another 18% and reaches $28,000, which is a new all-time high. And yeah, I mean, ETH has had a phenomenal rise in the last few weeks as well as months. 20% from $613 to $737, and ETH is up 700% since the all-time lows in March, where the price of ETH was around $94, and 490% since the beginning of the year, when ETH was sitting at around $120. So if you manage to scoop up some ETH at the beginning of the year, then you're sitting on some healthy returns. But not only ETH, a lot of the cryptocurrency space, apart from XRP, are reaping massive benefits. I would like to thank Aave for sponsoring this video, but more about them later on. Even though I've been bullish on ETH for a very long time, if you've been a subscriber to this channel, then you probably already know that, I made a video on the 18th of June called ETH 2.0 price prediction. And I made in that video a price prediction of where I believed ETH would be at the end of the year. And I must say, I actually predicted the price pretty accurately, and I'm really happy about that. So I predicted an edge-to-edge trade happening within the Ichimoku cloud. So that's what happens when the price of an asset enters a cloud. Very often it goes to the other edge. In that case, it was the ETH price going from around $230, and I predicted it would get to $742, and it actually topped out around $740, which is fantastic, and I'm super happy about that. So make sure to like and subscribe to this video if you want a lot more gems like this in the future. 2021 is going to be super exciting. So I'll link that video down below because I've got some other super juicy ETH price predictions in that video, and I'm sure you don't want to miss them out. The current chart that you see right now is what the ETH price looks like, and in my opinion, this is a very bullish picture, as ETH has now been bullish on the weekly for the last 3 weeks. Now, you don't really have to understand all the jargon behind the Ichimoku cloud. In a nutshell, if the price of an asset is above the cloud, it's in a bullish trend. If it's below the cloud, it's a bearish trend. And now you can see also there's going to be an Ichimoku twist. That means on a long-term perspective, ETH has a very bullish outlook. 2021. Get ready, guys, we're going for the moon. You still have to keep in mind that this doesn't mean that the price is never going to dip again. In the cryptocurrency space, we're familiar with 20-30% dips, but those are, especially during a bullish trend, great opportunities to accumulate to one's own position. So the rule of thumb with the Ichimoku cloud is always to trade with the trend. Now, since ETH is in a bullish trend, do not try and short it. Preferably try and go long as much as you can, but not financial advice. With the Bitcoin price reaching its new all-time highs around 28,400 something dollars, it had its spotlight. Now it's ETH's turn to shine, but not only ETH, the whole altcoin market. As in Q1, I believe it's going to be the altcoin season. So your favorite altcoins are probably going to experience some pretty healthy double-digit or even triple-digit returns. Definitely post in the comments down below which altcoins you're rooting on to lead the next altcoin bull cycle. For any DeFi degens out there, probably also means that the DeFi casinos are up and running again, so you can ape into some new project that is not audited and try and get 10x returns. Definitely not something that I did in the past. Here's a quick reminder, if you haven't already grabbed your 1inch tokens from the 1inch.exchange airdrop, make sure to do it now. They dropped quite a bit in price. I think when I got them, they were around $2.70. Now they're only around 86 cents, but it's still free money if you manage to secure some of those tokens. What's pretty funny is that I just came across Chico Crypto's Tyler Swap's live stream 1 or 2 days ago, and it apparently is getting his DeFi news from me. Hopefully he's also subscribed, because in his live stream he used one of my thumbnails to talk about the 1inch.exchange airdrop. Unfortunately, no recognition, but I'm still flattered that he's getting his news from me. I've recently started posting a lot more information on Twitter. I used to have a Patreon, but it didn't work out too well. Now I'll be posting some exclusive information that I'm not talking about on the channel on my Twitter account at yourdefiguy. So I'll be posting some breaking news, information, sound bites that will help you on your DeFi journey. I'll also be retweeting some interesting information. So if you want to get an edge on the YouTube viewers, make sure to subscribe on Twitter. So for example, the following tweet might actually give you some incredible wealth, especially if you missed out on the Uniswap airdrop and the 1inch.exchange airdrop, because in my opinion, Uniswap and 1inch are not the last exchanges to perform such an airdrop. It's extremely successful. It costs nearly no money to the team to create such an airdrop. Of course, they have to pay gas fees, but it's a very lucrative way of distributing a governance token that has maybe some other functionalities. So what you can do is actually do one transaction on one of these either exchanges or DeFi platforms. So you've got DYDX, Open, Instanet, MetaMask. You can swap tokens there, Polymarket, Cent Protocol, Zapper, Zerion, and enjoy incredible wealth in 2021. Now, there's no certainty that these platforms are going to have an airdrop, but you never know, you might get lucky, and also you will learn how to use different DeFi platforms, which I think is the biggest benefit from this. The ETH 2.0 blockchain is running super smoothly. I'm very happy about that. There's more than 2 million ETH locked up in the deposit contract of the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain, and it has a valuation of 1.5 billion US dollars. The current staking reward is around 12%, which is fantastic. And this means probably that more and more larger ETH holders are going to start thinking about staking on their own or going with a staking service, because 12% is super lucrative. And if you've got millions in ETH and you want to actually earn a decent return on investment, going with a staking service is probably a good way to go. So I see a lot more ETH being locked up in 2021, as well as the rewards going down to maybe 5 or 7%, but that's only going to happen when a lot of ETH is locked up in the deposit contract. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, was actually talking things out on Twitter and stated that a Mars economy would probably be using a cryptocurrency in the future. And I think that's actually a very plausible idea, because I mean, cryptocurrency doesn't weigh anything, and imagine having to ship hundreds of millions of dollars to space for a new economy. It's actually much easier to use cryptocurrency instead of using hard cash. Interestingly enough, he's going to try and send the first humans to Mars in 2024. I remember a few years back there was these interviews where people could actually interview to go to Mars. I was thinking about that, but it's a one-way journey only. So some jokingly talked about on Twitter that he's probably going to use the Mars coin as the Mars cryptocurrency. But to be honest, I'm pretty sure if Elon had a choice, he would actually go with Dogecoin, since he's been a big proponent of that, and apparently since quite a while the CEO of Dogecoin. So yeah, the DeFi space has had a super rough year. The latest DeFi protocol to be hacked is Cover. The attacker minted around 40 quintillion tokens. That's like a super amount of zeros behind the 4. And he did that by exploiting a memory bug in the smart contract. So yeah, actually, what's interesting is that this hacker was a white hat hacker that actually exploited this bug, but then he returned the funds and burned the remaining tokens. And the Cover team is probably going to be doing a snapshot and rollback of their tokens to refund investors. So definitely a lot of people lost out on quite a few $1,000s in that. But that shows you probably shouldn't be investing your life savings into unaudited smart contract DeFi applications. The irony behind this hack is that the smart contract platform cover is actually supposed to protect and insure other DeFi users against such attacks. So who's actually going to give some cover to cover? Yeah, so 90% loss in an hour. Keep in mind, DeFi is stupidly risky. Do not ape into unaudited projects, otherwise face the consequences. Now here are some pretty good DeFi related news. I'm going to blaze through them super fast. I'll put some links down below if you want to try them out. Compound Chain announced a new blockchain from the Compound team that aims to become a hub for connectivity. The Aave protocol governance version 2 has been activated, and the version 2 aims to be inclusive of everyone with a stake in the Aave ecosystem. YAM has teamed up with UMA to launch a new suite of degen derivatives. Definitely super risky, but it's still fun to play with. DPI, DeFi Pulse Index, is now traded on Loopring. You can now track the DPI prices on Coinbase. Also, the DeFi Pulse Index is making moves, up almost 15%. The latest Yearn ecosystem newsletter, highly recommend reading it. It's very interesting. They also post some information on how much they're paying developers, how much they're paying marketing teams, and a lot of information on how much the Yearn platform is earning. They also cover the 2 new Y vaults deployed, the launch of the YT vault registry, new proposal to create the ASCII index, and also Andre was named the DeFi Person of the Year. MakerDAO has added RemBTC as a collateral type, and I think this is fantastic because that means more Bitcoin is going to flow into the DeFi space. In my opinion, Bitcoin is the gold in the banks, Ethereum is the banks. Keep that in mind, especially for 2021. R3 introduces a spendless, friendly way to earn interest on your crypto to put it to work. PiDAO is rolling out Pi vaults. Badger Finance is now live. Badger Finance hopes to bring BTC to DeFi and can be for us the Yearn for the BTC ecosystem. Again, more Bitcoin onto the DeFi space. But before we continue, let's listen to what Aave has to say on how you can actually use your money in a much more smarter way than leaving it on your bank account. The money in your bank or under your mattress loses in value. That's why you need to meet Aave. Aave is like your bank in the DeFi space where you can earn high interest rates by lending your crypto in a permissionless savings account. You can also use the deposited funds as collateral to buy some more ETH and increase your exposure. With an Ethereum wallet and just a few clicks, you can start earning high interest rates on many different cryptocurrencies. Try out the Aave platform by clicking on the link in the description below and start making your money work for you. When talking about rug pulls in the DeFi space, you're definitely not a DeFi degen if you haven't at least been rugged once. It seems like the XRP community is now experiencing the same thing, which is pretty unfortunate. Coinbase will suspend XRP trading on the 19th of January after the SEC filed charges. So Ripple is charged with conducting a $1.3 billion unregistered securities offering, as well as dumping on investors, which is not something that is new to the Ripple community, and especially Coinbase is probably not the last company to stop XRP trading. In my opinion, Binance US is going to be the next, and then afterwards Kraken, even though it's not in the US. But yeah, with those terrible pieces of information, it's no wonder that the XRP price dumped by a significant amount. It's hovering now around 19 cents. What I find is truly fascinating is how some people in the XRP community are fanatics of this coin. It's a little bit like a sect, which is unfortunate. I think when investing, you should actually separate your emotions from your investments. And I think that is definitely not something that is happening. Furthermore, if you're invested completely into one specific cryptocurrency, keep this in mind that something like this could happen to any coin. It could be a hack, there could be government trying to block it. Of course, it's going to be very difficult, for example, for a government to stop people from trading Bitcoin, but they could actually stop exchanges from trading Bitcoin. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. Do not have one single coin as your main investment. Make sure to diversify your portfolio. Otherwise, you're going to have a really rough time unless you get super lucky and your coin moves. But in most cases, having just one coin is a pretty bad investment. Make sure to diversify your portfolio. So what is also interesting is that a lot of the investors that were invested in XRP are now jumping ship towards Cardano, and that's probably because of the kind words that Charles Hoskinson had to offer to the community during these terrible moments around the SEC charges. That was it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like. I am super appreciative for all of your comments, all of your feedback that I've received during this year. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. I've got a lot of good stuff lined up for 2021. See you soon. Bye-bye.